Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Miss Ridgway, coming to you from Cumberland at Home Summer Edition. Today's lesson is going to be a ReadWorks passage. A passage is something that you're able to read, so it's not particularly a book or a newspaper or a magazine, but a passage can be something like this, like in your package. So in your package, you'll see a title that says A Trip to the Store. This is your ReadWorks passage. I'm going to give you some time to find this in your packet. Again, the title is A Trip to the Store. And you'll see a little boy here that looks like he's going to the store, boys and girls. Looks like he's holding a piece of fruit, maybe. Okay, boys and girls, now that you have your passage, if you can read it to yourself silently, that is awesome. If you can't, no worries. I'm going to read the passage to you. I'm going to get my reader finger ready. I'm going to point to the words. Again, the title is A Trip to the Store by ReadWorks. And here's a photograph here. Based on the photograph, I think this is going to be a nonfiction text, which means that this might be a real passage about a little boy in that picture. Let's begin reading. We ran out of milk and apples. My dad says food is a need. We need food to live. I tell him I need candy too. He says that candy is a want. We do not need candy to live. My dad and I go to the grocery store. We see many kinds of apples on sale. We choose 4 Granny Smith apples. We put them in our shopping cart. We also put milk in our cart. My dad pays for the apples and milk. All together, they cost $7.30. That was our passage, A Trip to the Store. I think our prediction was correct. Based off of the text, it said that they were looking at apples, and I think the little boy is picking up an apple. Now that we've read it one time together, I'm going to go and look at the questions. That is also in your packet. There are 2 pages of questions. The first one has a number 1 at the top, and it has a name and a date. And the second one has the number 4 at the top. We're going to start with the number 1 question first, okay? I'm going to read the question to you. It says, what does the family in the store run out of at the beginning of the passage? Is it A, milk and apples, B, candy and chocolate, C, bread and milk? The second question says, number 2, where are the characters in the middle of the story? Is it A, at the grocery store, B, at home, or C, in the car? Number 3, food is a need, but candy is a want. What does this information tell us about why the family buys apples and milk at the end of the story? A, apples and milk are like candy. The family wants apples and candy, so they buy them. Is it B, apples and milk are in their favorite foods? C, apples and milk are food which the family needs. I'm going to go to my next page and read number 4. Number 4 says, what is the main lesson in A Trip to the Store? Is it A, apples and milk cost $7.30? B, everyone needs candy to survive? C, there is a difference between wants and needs? Number 5, how much do the family's groceries cost? And that one doesn't have any choices. You're going to fill in the answer there. What did you learn from A Trip to the Store? You're going to fill in there. And here is a discussion question. Explain the difference between a need and a want. Be sure to give an example of a need and a want from the passage. Number 8, draw a picture of the family shopping at the end of the story. All right, boys and girls, based off of the questions that we have, there are some things that we need to look for when we're reading our passage. We need to know the lesson in the story, where the characters are, which is the setting in the story. We need to know what is the difference between a need and a want. And we also need to know how much did the food cost that they purchased at the store. So now that we've read the questions and we read the passage one time, I think we should read it again so that way we're able to answer the questions correctly. So today we're working on comprehension skills. That means you are thinking while you are reading. So we're going to read again, and I want you to think while we're reading so that way we're able to answer the comprehension questions at the end of our passage. I'm going to start from the beginning again. I'm going to start with the title of the story, of the passage. A Trip to the Store by Reed Works. We ran out of milk and apples. My dad says food is a need. If food is a need, and he said they ran out of milk and apples, I'm guessing that food is something that we may need all the time in order to survive. We need food to live. I tell him I need candy too. Do you think candy is a need or a want? Do we need candy to survive? I don't know. Let's keep reading through the passage. He says that candy is a want. We do not need candy to live. Even though candy is very yummy and it tastes really good, I don't think it's something we need to live. And that's what Dad said before they went grocery shopping. My dad and I go to the grocery store. We see many kinds of apples on sale. We choose 4 Granny Smith apples. We put them in our shopping cart. We also put milk in our cart. My dad pays for the apples and milk. All together, they cost $7.30. We've completed our passage for the second time, boys and girls. Well, I think based off of some of the things that we've read, one of the things we know are Dad said that he definitely did not need candy to live. But food definitely is something that we need to survive. It sounds like they had a great trip to the grocery store, boys and girls, and they got the things that they actually needed, not what they wanted. So, boys and girls, if you have the opportunity to read the passage one more time, or maybe read it with someone in your home, before you answer the comprehension questions. Remember, some of our questions are multiple choice. Multiple choice means you have more than one answer. You have more than one answer to choose from. So this first question, let's go over that one again. What does the family in the story run out of at the beginning of the passage? Is it A, milk and apples, B, candy and chocolate, C, bread and water? You're going to choose either A, B, or C. Okay? Those are multiple choice questions. You have more than one answer to choose from, but you're only going to circle one of those. You're going to have that for 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Now for number 5, 6, 7, and 8, you get to write your answer out. And I know you have some great handwriting, and you can try your best to sound out your words, and that will be awesome. So boys and girls, today you're going to complete these comprehension questions. And remember, while you're reading your passage, you are thinking while you are reading. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you another time. And I hope that you have fun reading your passage about a trip to the store.